Do you use any screenwriting software? Final Draft?
I'm a Final Draft guy.
You are?
Yeah,
okay.
Final Draft is the way to go as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so can you take us through the process of using it? I'm just curious.
You know what? It's just become so instinctual. Like I was writing, a buddy of mine was working on a script and he asked for help and he sent it to me in Word. And it was so frustrating that I just transferred it all over, wrote it in Final Draft, and then gave it back to him. Said, you can put it back in Word if you want, but like, I'm gonna write in my format. I just, I like the way it looks. I understand the borders. It's like I've been doing this for a long time now. I've been probably writing scripts for over 20 years, and that's crazy to me that I've been doing anything for 20 years, but I have. And at least 18 of those has been with Final Draft. So it's just my quill and parchment, you know what I mean?
Right. So what's your advice to writers who don't want to use any type of software? They just want to write it in Pages or a Word document?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like, it's like method acting, It's like, I really don't care how you get there, as long as you get there, But I think it's easier with Final Draft, and it is the accepted industry standard, so you don't have to worry about it looking funny, because executives, the number one thing that you need to not do, this is the biggest landmine, don't look like an amateur, especially if you're an amateur. So, like, if you're just starting out, your title page needs to look right. You need to, your borders need to look right. It needs to be well structured. It needs to not be numbered. The scenes need to not be numbered. That is a shooting script, not a selling script. Like all of these little things that you don't know, are a red flag, because a lot of readers and or development people, they're not that savvy, right? And so they're looking for a reason to own their leather chair. And if they can spot something that you've done that's amateurish, they'll throw you right out. There aren't many, like the guys that are making these decisions, there aren't that many of them that are like savvy and have been around the block a time or two. And it's like, I found a diamond in the rough. They're just finding the diamonds that other people have found. You know what I mean? They're like, he liked this, so I like it too. It's great, because everybody's worried about getting fired. I think that's accurate. Am I going to ruin my career in LA by this interview here?
No, I think you're saying that it's good to look professional, and and a lot of times you give yourself away by not knowing something that
And nobody gives you the benefit of the doubt in this business. Like, nobody. There's just too many people. There's too many people with experience. And there's too many people clawing. So, like, nobody's going to be like, hey, there's some typos, but man, what a story. They just won't, unless you are, like Cameron Crowe or Quentin Tarantino, and turn in a script where they've changed the margins. That's the only way you get the benefit of the doubt. If they don't know you, no, they are looking for a reason to hate your script. That's another reason why this structure thing is so important, especially when you're first starting out, because if you make a choice to change that structure, they will not assume it was a choice. They will assume it was ignorance, and they won't get through page 10. Like, if nothing happens by page 15, if the inciting incident is not there on page 15, writer doesn't know what he's doing, even if that's not true at all. I think that's an absolute true statement.